Today in Salt Lake City, Utah, the state's new regulations spark controversy over transgender participation in high school sports.
I'm Garrett.
And I'm Leah.
Welcome to Laid Back Local, the news of the day with Leah and Garrett in Salt Lake City. Let's dive right in. Utah imposes stricter testosterone standards for transgender girls in high school sports than even the Olympics.
That's so wild. These new guidelines require testosterone levels that are way below those set for NCAA sports, and even lower than the Olympics, which dropped these measures altogether.
Totally, Leah. What's really puzzling is that even with these intense standards, each athlete is still evaluated case by case, right?
Exactly. And here's where it gets even more complicated. Transgender athletes need to be under medical care for transitioning, which Utah banned back in 2023.
Kind of seems like a catch-22. Critics argue these guidelines don't have a solid medical foundation and might infringe on students' rights to sports participation.
It's all about balancing fairness in sports with rights, a topic that's super nuanced and intense.
All right, let's roll on. Weber State University makes a move by removing equity and inclusion from its mission statement, thanks to new state laws.
Here's something to get us started. The HB 261 bills are driving these changes, impacting centers that focused on specific identities.
And I'm down for that conversation. This raises questions on whether these changes actually cut support for underrepresented groups, right?
Totally get where you're coming from. There's a sweeping debate on the role of diversity in education. Are these adjustments symbolic or substantial?
What's coming up next? Let's talk about Utah State University ending Women's Climbing Night.
Let's set the scene. Women and non-binary folks used these sessions to learn climbing in supportive environments, but now they're axed due to DEI laws.
Really shines a light on how legislation can affect inclusivity versus equality, right? It's like losing safe spaces over broad interpretations.
Can you believe that's even a thing? Opportunities are narrowing in sports where women are just starting to gain traction.
Off the beaten path we go. Arizona's failed charter school reopens with public funding as an LDS private school.
Here's where it gets really interesting. Arizona's ESA program means taxpayer funds are rerouted, but oversight on performance is practically zero.
Right? The lack of transparency really stirs the pot on public accountability versus private choice. What a curveball.
Absolutely. It's all about weighing parental choice against ensuring quality education. Such a layered issue, don't you think?
Let's move ahead to Utah's chronic absenteeism crisis, with 1 in 5 students missing nearly 4 weeks each year.
Utah schools are combating health issues and bullying by adapting telehealth programs to improve attendance.
This one's got some depth to it. Schools are in the thick of finding solutions, but are all these measures enough to bridge the gap?
It's a significant challenge, especially for minority students facing greater struggles. Let's not let this one slide by.
That's all for today on Laid Back Local, the news of the day with Leah and Garrett here in Salt Lake City. Have a great day and tune in tomorrow for more.